hello there and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Alex and I post beauty related videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure you're subscribed and you put that notification bell on so you are notified every time that I post. For today's video, as you can see, I have no eye makeup on, and as you can tell by the title, we are going to be testing another one of the I Heart Revolution eyeshadow palettes. Now this is the Turkish Delight palette. It is very new. They had another palette called Honey, which didn't really speak to me. I didn't want to pick that one up. And they have a waffle palette, which is like a face palette. I might pick that up because the colours in it look like they'll suit like a lighter skin tone. And these retail for £8.99, £9, really super affordable. This is what the packaging looks like. It just tells you what the palette is, has a window of the colour of the chocolate bar, and it has the product description on the back. So this is the palette. It is just a normal chocolate brown with a metallic-y sort of pinky purple drip chocolate part. And yeah, this is, the back just looks like that with the label, and the front looks like this. So this is what the palette looks like. As I said in my Revolution haul, it doesn't have like a specific sort of colour story. It has like a mixture of colours, and I believe this has mattes, shimmers, and I believe a few of the Full Frenzy formula as well, like the more chunkier pans. I don't know if you can tell, but these ones are super chunky. There's actually 4 of those ones, and there's 4 mattes, only 4. Did I just get that on my face? No. So yeah, there's 4 Full Frenzies, 4 mattes, and the rest are shimmers. So, you know, it's quite a funky, you know, palette. Not really, they haven't really done any that's like this, especially with a lot of the Full Frenzy in it as well. And on the back it also says that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these pans are indeed pressed pigments and not eyeshadows, so it does let you know in the palette. So now that I've showed you what the palette looks like, I'm just going to jump into some swatches. Okay, so this is the first row. I was completely wrong about these chunky shades. They are actually pressed glitter. I don't know if you can see that. Did not expect that. I thought they were going to be a different formula, but you know, we love a bit of glitter, so that's exciting. This is the first row, by the way. I obviously didn't mention that because I got too distracted by the glitter. This is the second row, and as you can see, the lemon and delight shades are glitters as well. And this is what the last row looks like. I love this pinky glitter here. It is stunning. Might have to use that today. Okay, now we've done some swatches. Hopefully that gave you a bit of an idea of what the colour story is like. I'm just going to zoom you in and then we can get started. I'm going to start with this shade here called Candy, and I'm going to pack that in my crease. Okay, so I've just packed that in my crease. You can't really see it that well. I think that's because I've got really fair skin. The light pink won't show up, but there is a little bit of pigment there, just not a lot. So next I'm gonna go in with this beautiful shade here called Roses, and I'm just gonna pack that on where I put that candy shade. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that gummy shade, which is like a beautiful like orangey sort of shade. I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm just gonna add that in. Oh my god, this palette smells of roses. I thought I could smell flowers. I don't really like Turkish Delight, if I'm honest. But this palette smells stunning. Beautiful floral smell. It's not too much though, it's not overpowering, it's really nice. Okay, now we've got those pinky sort of shades in the crease. I'm now going to take the other matte. I think there's a matte called Squidge, but I don't need to use that. I'm going to use this matte down here called Tea, and I'm going to stipple that in my inner and outer corners just to do a bit of a halo eye moment. So we can put that glitter all in the middle of our lids. I don't know if this is going to be dark enough. And I'm just going to take a blending brush and just blend out those edges a little bit. Right, now I'm going to take a little bit of the NYX Glitter Glue, because I figured that's the best way. That's going to be the best way to apply it. And I'm just going to put a bit of that glue in the middle of my lid. And while that is still wet, I'm going to just grab this on my finger. It's called Exquisite. Get a bit of glitter. And I'm just going to press that on. Like that. Now I'm going to take that rosy shade and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. And I'm also going to take that gummy shade again and put that there as well. And for my inner corner, I'm going to take that Delicacy shade here and put that on my inner corner and brow bone. Okay, I've now applied all the eyeshadow. I'm just going to go quickly do mascara and lashes off of camera and then I'll be right back. Right guys, so I'm back. I used the XO Beauty lashes in the Soulmate again because I'm obsessed, and I used the Maybelline Snap Mascara. I'm just going to come forward and show you the look in full detail up close. Let me know down below what you guys think of this look. I'm really intrigued. So yeah, I've just finished doing a look with the new I Heart Revolution Turkish Delight Palette. It was certainly different to a lot of their other palettes. Not a lot of them, I don't think any of them have the pressed glitter pans in them. Correct me if I'm wrong, the other new one might have as well, like the honey one. I'm not 100% sure though. First thing right off the bat, there is not a lot of fallout with this palette whatsoever, even with the glitters. As long as you use a glitter glue, I just have the NYX one, but any glitter glue will do, just so they have something to stick to, because if you try and use these dry, it's just not going to work. So definitely use a glitter glue if you're going to use the glitter pans in it. The shimmers are nice and pretty pigmented. I don't know, they'll probably be the same formula as the avocado palette, which you should have already seen by now. So if you use the normal shimmers, I would just wet them just to make them more pigmented. I do wish there was a couple more mattes in here, so like maybe replace the green shades with some more mattes, like more browny, neutrally pinky mattes, just so you had more matte colours to play with. I mean, I did manage to create a look with this palette. Like, I'm not saying you can't create a look with any of this palette, but considering there's only 5 mattes and there's only like one muted brown, it would have been nice to have like a darker brown in it. In terms of blendability, the mattes did work really nicely. That light pink there on my skin tone wasn't super pigmented, I think just because it blends in with my natural skin colour. I mean, apart from that, the pink was really nice. The gummy shade was really nice as well. I just wish this tea shade was probably a little bit darker. It did work, it did show up, but I just wish it was a little bit darker. Obviously I can't speak for this one. I mean, that probably would not show up on my skin tone either. So I didn't exactly play with every single shade in this palette, but because it's so versatile, I just can't obviously use every shade because my eye look would look ridiculous. So do I think the I Heart Revolution Turkish Delight palette is worth it, or do I think if you should buy it? To be honest, if you are a holder and you like collecting the chocolate bar palettes, then I think this is a great addition to your collection, just because it's so different from the other palettes. There isn't a palette that looks like this. If you're just a normal everyday person that doesn't really like experimenting with colour or anything like that, or glitter, then you probably won't enjoy it this much. But if you do like glitter, you'll like this. And I love a bit of glitter as much as I don't actually use it enough. Does that make sense? Probably not. But I do want to start using glitter more, so this palette is perfect if you love a bit of glitter in your life. But if you don't like any of these shades, if you're only going to use a few of them, then it's probably not worth it. But for me, I absolutely love this palette as always, and yeah, I do recommend it if this is a palette that you need in your life, because it clearly was for me. Right guys, so that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by giving it a massive thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. I love to chat to you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!